Yeti, and we are.
Oh.
Unfortunately, my microphone wasn't working, so I had to refix it very quickly.
Yeah.
Greetings and salutations, ladies, gentlemen, all those in between in that Technicolor rainbow. Welcome into the Maelstrom after like a fucking month. A lot of stuff has been going on, and I'm sure that many of you are aware of what's happened. We wanted to give everybody enough time to be able to process everything that's happened and to take the time that has been needed. That being said, as the head DM, the head realm DM of Maelstrom, there is a couple things that I am going to have to talk to everybody about and make publicly known. It has been decided that Denny, our favorite Keytar wielding bard, has left the Maelstrom. And given that he needed an escort, Solomon, our wielder of the sun, being an angel as he was, decided to take Denny home and has since left the Maelstrom as well. Vegeta has picked up a new character and has begun play with said character. The character as of this moment is currently unaligned, but Vegeta has the right to pick any team that he chooses to go on to given the circumstances of what happened. He is immune to the draft, and all three teams are able and encouraged to vie for the attention of this new entity that has entered the Maelstrom. That being said, we still have a tournament going on, and since Denny was a part of the tournament, he has been switched out for another wrestler. That being said, I want to take a moment and holy shit, you guys have not been messing around, have you? Krokvar with 38 months saying OS Frog with those frog emotes, 4 frogs sitting on logs. Chaz with 70 months. Squinto gifting a tier 1 sub to Vegeta, Shinichi, and Arcleon. Kayeth with your prime sub for 38 months in a row. Whatsin has crawled out of subspace? 'Twas I, indeed. And so I think it's about time that we get everything going, don't you?
Yeah. Of course.
That was the wrong tab.
Rockfar, he's not the Princess of Chaos. We already have a Princess of Chaos. And don't worry, you know, our greatest new friend has got a home in Team Balance. Remember, Team Balance. We keep balance in all things, including victories, because we win them all.
Travis, you are Canadian, yeah?
Yes.
That means you are completely unaware of one of the recent laws in the United States that made everyone female.
Oh yes, I remember that. I was very, very strange. I didn't understand. I understand it. I didn't know why.
And all we've got is a flashbang screen.
It's the time that we fix that, don't we?
Bats out and horns out is this big guy.
And
Ladies and gentlemen, coming down to the arena now, your first competitor of the night, Minwato, the Wide Serato.
This bowl is very wide, and I enjoy the idea that they have a red bat. I wonder if they get in the ring, then they get mad, and then they headbutt the bat.
Well, we're going to find out in half a second, yeah. I mean, it's a wiffle bat, so it's probably a red due to kneecap injury.
It's been blessed by the great patron himself, Rabbit.
I should also let all of you know that at the current moment, Zator is no longer in the Maelstrom.
No. For those who know, you know.
For those who don't know, go watch twitch.tv/Edward Bosco for Friday Night Flashbang in the main event.
I'm going to ask this in a very non-thing way. Is he going to be like a boomerang?
That depends on Bosco.
Ah, got it.
We know he's scampered off the flashbang for the moment. Depending on Bosco, we don't know if he's going to stay on flashbang and harass flashbang for a little bit, or if he's going to just boomerang right back after what happened.
It's good
Yes.
to know that
Boomerang
too.
does always come back.
Well, it's been a while since we've seen Van Theo.
I mean, one could potentially even come up with the theory of, did he even leave? And just another quantum version of himself is basically left.
Fair.
Callie, we're not allowed to have more clones of Zator. Do you know how much static electricity alone would come from that vicinity?
So I have a nice and easy simple solution.
So was the Zator that came to Flashbang the same one as the Maelstrom?
That's a good question, isn't it?
thought it was.
That's essentially what I asked.
I mean, it is, isn't it?
You were saying, Kayeth?
Oh, I wasn't sure if my mic was working.
No, your mic's not working.
Okay, that's unfortunate.
Is there
So
some
I have a
reason-
very easy solution to all of this.
Mm-hmm.
It is well known that our local archivist, Inc., has mannequins that can be used to replicate people.
Does he now?
Yeah.
Or does
I
it
mean,
now?
it's written in the fine print, and it was written in ink.
They actually came out during one of, I think it was the Halloween event, correct me if I'm wrong, Kelly.
I thought that was those were made by Iz.
Oh, they were made by something. However, Inc. has them now, and that's the important part.
Okay, can someone explain why there's some confusion over Zator going to Flashbang?
Oh, there's no confusion. There's just a heads up.
There's
Well,
just speculation.
It's just not to spoil what exactly happened.
What's there to spoil? He went to Flashbang.
Yes, but we don't want to say the results of the match.
Oh, he was there.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen the match yet, so I can talk out my ass all I want.
I'm just saying the way he was describing it sounded like it wasn't actually Maelstrom's Zator that went.
That's the thing. We don't know if it was Maelstrom Zator or not. because
Why
Zator is
wouldn't-
currently active in Maelstrom right now, but we know that Zator was there on Flashbang, but he's also here on Maelstrom, so we don't know if it was Zator that we don't know if it is if Zator just went and came back. We don't know if Zator is still there. We don't know if if he really ever left. We don't know if it's time paradox. We don't know.
Sliding
My favorite
time scale,
type of-
maybe?
Maybe.
It is my favorite type of fuckery, xeno-dimensional fuckery.
Although, going back to those mannequin things you were talking about, what were they again?
Oh, there's basically body mannequins for in-game needs. So if a player is completely and totally debilitated for whatever means, they can still appear in the show.
So, the Kingdom Hearts replicas, then.
Yes, but less copyrighted and much more impressive.
Think more
Because they-
MCU lifelike models,
Yeah,
or the Doctor Doom clones.
I could see Doctor Doom.
Doombots.
Basically.
Yes, or in the M&W terms, the Grimbots.
Yes. Bots are quite impressive. They've only gotten better after certain events, too.
Mhm. Have a good one, Callie.
Have a wonderful night, Tyler.
Callie is good bean.
Yeah, one of the best beans.
Bob, where's the normal Dr. Grimm reactive?
It has been reallocated.
I have it.
It's been
I'm just not using it right now.
okay, because oh, did you switch over to a new model? Okay.
This is old school Solomon.
Yeah. That is traditional Minecraft.
I didn't catch it, but later, Callie.
Basically, this is Solomon back when he was before he how to word this properly.
Is it pre or post Rumpy?
Oh, it is this Solomon. This is my Solomon album.
Yeah.
This was like there was Lords of Minecraft, then there was the server was Xeris, then there was Maelstrom Season 1, then there was Maelstrom Season 2. This is Lords of Minecraft Solomon. My Solomon has been in like 5 different games. This is him from game 2.
Crunchy.
When he shifted from Alchemist to Paladin.
Beautiful. Alchemist does a good job.
Mhm.
Eventually, I need to talk Robot into running the Minecraft server again so I can finish making the fucking warehouse.
I have had the call of the square blocks again, and I'm wondering if I can throw Minecraft onto my Steam Deck. I kind of want to play it and take it with me.
Because the Steam Deck is Linux-based, I'm sure there's hooks you can grab to make Minecraft run on it.
I feel like it would have to be like on the desktop stuff, and maybe.
I don't understand why. Like, I used to play Minecraft so much, but now when I start a fresh Minecraft world, it's just so daunting on everything that I have to do. And I play for about 30 minutes, and then I just shut it down and walk away.
What is daunting about it? Is it like, what is it that makes it daunting? Like,
The fact, first, you need to... It's the sheer amount of things you have to do in order to set yourself up. it's like I usually, it might just be that I'm playing modded and there's so much going on. I probably need to just go back to basics for the moment. But like, I try to. The first thing I do is I start to look for a basic location to have like a basic base, and I usually find a town before long. But the town is usually all kinds of fucked terrain wise. So then I start trying to fix the terrain, and I spend about an hour fixing the terrain. I'm like, to hell with this.
Your experience with that reminds me of that image where somebody is looking at two different cakes thinking like, oh man, I gotta go through all this stuff. That's you playing Minecraft currently. And if I went on there, I'd be like, oh boy, there's all this stuff to do. I could go touch a village. I could go look at this thing. Because my survival of Minecraft is, I'm going to hopefully survive the first night, dig a hole and put a candle somewhere. And then start digging downwards. Mm-hmm. My rat hole is where I live.
I have a fun question for you, Bob.
Mm-hmm.
What was your first Minecraft base?
A hole in the wall?
Yeah.
Mine ended up being, I turned a mountain into a fortified structure that went from the top of the hill in Minecraft all the way down to bedrock.
Just because?
Keep in
like
mind,
it just...
this was before the Nether was a thing.
I've had all kinds of bases over the years. Everything from teeny tiny little holes in the wall to I once did a playthrough where I was a nomad and I could not sleep in the same biome. Like I had to travel to a new biome to be able to sleep. So I would basically just carry mushrooms, and I would basically make a giant red mushroom house every single night, and I would play a nomadic character.
You were a nomadic bard of Nurgle, spreading the fungus everywhere.
Back when I was doing customer support, my first job, I would be so stressed after working all day. I would basically come in, put on this weird binaural audio barbershop that had like hundreds of different characters, and they would basically cut your hair and do it with binaural audio where you could actually hear them walking around and stuff. And I would just mindlessly build. I built a massive cathedral, and we're talking hundreds of thousands of blocks. It took me months to build that thing. Another time I built a giant Howl's Moving Castle as my base.
Did it move?
No.
The ability to move an entire base like that is actually fairly new in Minecraft.
I just thought it'd be really cool if it in the daytime it just had little piston legs and it would just kind of skimpy across the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That has only been a thing that you can do since they've introduced honey blocks, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Maurice.
At one point, I lived on a server. I did this server with this group of friends. Like, I've gone from like group to group over my years, and I was a part of this group. Hey, what's up, Gingy? I was a part of this group, and I was basically the thief of the group because I'm the rogue. I've always been the rogue, and I built a thieves guild basically. And what the other players on the server didn't know was that I had tunnels, which basically led me to every single one of their bases of operations.
Did you do anything with that information? Did you steal things, or did you just have places where you could I know where you are and I can find you?
Oh no, I absolutely did things.
Oh, okay.
I got into a prank war with basically the head of the server.
No.
In that server, I had like multiple home bases. I had a nether tower. One of my builds was a nether tower that the nether was slowly seeping out of a portal and was slowly corrupting the land.
That is one of my favorite types of builds.
And so what I would do is every so often, I would have like a load of like nether brick and netherrack, and I would basically dig up grass and dig up all the ground around me, and I would replace it with like a layer of soul sand and nether brick and netherrack. I eventually replaced lava with water, water with lava. But one of the people decided they were going to mess around and they were going to cover my tower in portraits. I mean, cover it, top to bottom, in and out. Every inch was paintings. So I put 200 noisemakers around their base.
Oh no!
Above, below, in, out. And the best thing is, with old school Minecraft, it wasn't directional either. They would have to listen for the sounds to try to find it, to get close, but there was so many of them that you could not get it all. It was redstone connected to 4 doors with 4 redstone torches designed to open and close the doors continuously. It took him at least a month to find every single one of them. And that was with creative mode.
What? Last time I was on a old school Minecraft server, I had found a way to bypass the basically chunk claiming. And I was one of the few people who had basically unlimited everything because I would go out and mine it just for my chill. We had an incident one day where somebody with a 4 chunk sized base decided to try and sit there and grief literally everything. So I got permission from the server owner to use my resources to prank them. That entire chunk, from bottom to top, ended up being filled with a combination of gravel, sand, and obsidian.
I feel like there's a common theme of pranking people in Minecraft.
Yeah. I didn't break any of their blocks. Everything was still there. But in order to access it, they needed one of like 3 tools at any given point in time.
Did you own those tools?
I owned the tools, they didn't. Because their tools were in the chest.
I did something similar, but instead of gravel, sand, and obsidian, I used ice and water.
Oh.
I turned their entire... They had a lighthouse at the time. I turned their entire area into a giant icicle. Inside of the icicle, there was sections of the giant ice cube that was just water. So as soon as you broke it, water started pouring everywhere. The inside of their tower was untouched, but there was water completely filling the inside of their tower.
Yeah. Nowadays, that might be a little harder to do, just because waterlogged blocks can spontaneously happen.
I feel that if we were to have a Maelstrom Minecraft server, there'd be a lot of pranking and practical jokesters around here. And yes. I would just be like, I'm just going to live in my hut and make my funny doors, everybody.
Surprisingly, no.
You don't think people would be practical jokesters around here with all the people you see in the arena?
Yeah.
Bro, we had one in season 1.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't here for that.
So I have the bad habit of getting set up as the person who gets everything ready for people. You are starting out on your journey, you want to go to my base because I have shit set up specifically for people to take. I ended up taking over an entire, what was 5-floor dungeon in season 1. And that turned into basically a generator for all the stuff you needed if you wanted to go exploring. Because I tend to rotate real hard through what I want to do. Because it's either build, explore, or just check out random shit nearby, like mining. If I have mods, that list gets a little bit longer because I will do a deep dive into a mod. I really want to do a deep dive into Create.
Like what you can create in the server and what can be like, if you were to make a server, a Minecraft server, just like what could you make and how could it like work for you? Is that what you're thinking?
Create is a steampunk styled mod. So I want to take that mod and I want to do everything I possibly can with that mod. Back in season 1, I did that with the mod called Occultism, and I had a fucking blast with it. Because the point of Occultism is basically you're summoning demons to do menial tasks for you. My favorite accomplishment was by using only the Occultism given stuff, I defeated the Ender Dragon for the first time. Sans cheese.
Dude, I can be a fucking goblin when I need to be on a server.
Oh yeah.
Like, there was this one server, it was a modded server, and I logged on with a bunch of randos. Basically, the rules was you're not allowed to grief, but you're allowed to steal.
Yeah.
And there was like locks and plots and things like that.
Yeah.
And basically, the doors were set where if a door was closed, you could not open it unless you were like allowed on the plot.
Yeah.
I never
tripwires, stuff like that.
I never got a plot. What I did was this was with they had equivalent exchange 2. So what I did was I got one of those bags. You know those bags of holding where you can color it and different colors have different inventories?
Yeah, the chicken bones ender bags.
Mm-hmm. So what I did was I had a bunch of money. I would buy a white bag. And inside of that white bag, I would have like 50 other bags.
Okay.
And that was that was everything that I had. Everything was meticulously sorted, and I always kept the white bag on me, because if I died and lost that white bag, if I go and buy another white bag from the market, it'd have all my stuff.
Yeah.
And I was a fucking menace. I would find ways into people's bases. Like, say for example, I saw one person. I don't know if it was a kid, I don't know if it was an adult or what, but they were just messing around their base, and they just had the door open absent-mindedly. And there was a chest within like 5 blocks of the door. And I watched their nameplate walk downstairs, and as soon as they walked downstairs, I ran over, threw open the chest, cleared out as much of their valuables as I could from that chest, and I ran like hell. And I was off in the distance on a hill watching their nameplate come up. They closed the door, opened the chest, looked at it, and then they logged off.
Yeah.
Oof. Smooth criminal.
And your winner, Leonor. And I almost said Van Helsing there.
Leo and a van.
Yeah. Leno and Van Theo.
I like the idea is just Leono Matrix just and a van. He just gets in the van and runs away.
Looks like Leonel has officially broken his streak.
Yeah.
A winning or losing? I'm
Losing.
assuming.
Leonel was like 2-10 for like the last 12 matches. He won. He was on the winning team for the last one, but he wasn't the one that got the winning pin, and he was eliminated. So Matrix didn't count that as an official win.
So I just dropped something into the no microphone free zone, which is literally 80% of how I used to prank people. Because again, I effectively had infinite items at one point in time because I was bored and on the server at all times.
Mm-hmm.
This
Like a
was an
bag of crap.
ally. And I basically filled my inventory with eggs. And egged the fuck out of his base while he was there. And this is
How do you
Minecraft.
How do you like your eggs scrambled on your server?
Oh no, that's even worse. Because if you egg somebody's house, basically you throw eggs at a wall, there's a chance that it'll pop out a chicken. So they log in and their house is just covered in chickens.
And this is old server Minecraft. Like, I believe this is 1.7 beta. So, entities caused lag.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Because
yes,
there
I've
was
heard.
no entity cramming at the time.
Ah,
Yes, I had heard about this. I had heard.
thank you for the 32 months. Saying greetings, Bob. Experiments are yielding success. Documentation has been done in 5s. Hard copies and digital. Let me know if you need any problem being removed. They could use more enrichment.
I would love to have a look at your recordings there, Kath. Yeah, no. So, that 4-minute clip that I just posted was 4 minutes out of about 3 hours where this guy is trying to catch me in his base where I don't have any permissions. So I cannot open doors and I cannot open chests and I cannot teleport in and out. Unless I somehow find one square that's a chunk he didn't claim.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. Did you? Is that how you got in and out?
Oh no, I was allowed in when I came in. He invited me in to have a look, not realizing I had an inventory full of eggs, and I was fresh off of work at Wendy's.
So you've been dealing with it that day. That sounds like a day of just like, all right, I've had enough. It's time to get to work.
Did you collect any fresh souls that day?
No, this was before I started collecting souls. I've started collecting names, however.
Mm.
They're much easier to get, I found.
I like to collect people's attention.
Yeah. So I was walking on the way back, so on the way to Chinatown yesterday, I was stopped by a lovely pair of individuals who invited me to smoke hash. I turned them down. Unfortunately, I didn't have time for that shit. And on the way back, I got talking with them. Still didn't do hash with them, but I went, "Can I have your names?" And they were perfectly cordial. One of them gave me their name. The other one was very cagey about it very suddenly. And as we were talking, I went, "Before I go, because I do need to be on my way, do you believe in the Fae?" And I turned and I started leaving, to one of them just cackling.
I mean,
I now have the name Victoria. It's a lovely name.
I get it. I get it. It's Ontario, you guys. I wouldn't be surprised if there's Fae in Ontario. That's how you keep this. That's how you keep the province running. It's just running on Fae magic.
I mean, fucking Doug Ford is definitely not the one doing it, but we won't go here nor there on that because that's
No. He does. He's not the one running it. He's just the face of running it.
Yeah, it's true. All Doug Ford wants is to be the mayor of Toronto, and he never got it. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh no, Crockbar now needs a Baconator. I had about 12 slices of pre-cooked bacon today. I'm still not sure how I feel about that.
I had a lovely time at my very first all-French Quebec festival in Nanaimo here. It was I took my family and we went out and we got some lovely maple syrup treats and maple syrup. We got the maple syrup in the snow that turns into like taffy. It was very
I've never been
good.
able to get that to work.
What?
I've never been able to make the taffy maple syrup work.
Well, it just comes down to heating and cooling. But regardless, it was very good. And now we got her very first French book, so now we can learn the very basics of French, and so can I. And so now I don't have to feel silly that I don't know any French.
I mean, to be fair, you don't live anywhere near Quebec, which is the only place you really need French.
True, but I wouldn't mind learning a little bit of French because there's going to be that one chance where I'm going to have to go there, and I'm like, all right, I'm prepared for this. Also, we have a French immersion school, and I would love to teach wrestling there. And they said you have to be able to speak it. I'm like,
I mean, that's the only other reason to have it is French immersion, which I somehow avoided growing up. Unfortunately, I live literally on the border of Ontario and Quebec. So when I was a de-escalation specialist, I had to be a de-escalation specialist for not just the French, but for the Quebecois.
Can I ask you guys some questions? Because I'm nervous about this. To make a very long story short, I have decided to give live streaming an actual try, like doing the Twitch and stuff. What is some etiquette for doing it? And I guess, how do you get over the part of like being able to talk to your people, like watching you? Like how does it work? I don't know it very well. I know how to do some things, like maybe the technical, but not actually doing it. Like, what's the best advice, I guess?
So I had a rolling warning on mine for the longest time because I've only ever had one monitor, and it was before they added the overlay. And your winner, Aura. But now you can have an overlay if you only have one monitor, but I highly recommend you have a side screen for the chat.
I
So
do
that
have
as you're
that.
playing, you can just glance over and see what everyone's talking about.
Yeah, I went and picked up a fancy monitor that turns. It's one of those ones where you take the monitor and it turns over and it's like vertical.
Okay. Really made great music for yeah, no. Every once in a while, just look over to Twitch chat or YouTube chat, whichever you prefer to use, and have a quick read of whatever's going on.
Oh, okay.
Travis, you want some basic practice?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, you mean? Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
Pull up my chat. I assume that.
I mean, I'm looking at it right now. I mean, I've heard about Croc4 and his Baconator, and Alpha's saying GG, and I should probably type it in too to contribute to my society of this.
The more you interact with chat while you're doing with something else, the more you'll get used to it.
I mean, those in the chat, I'm entertaining, right? Oh, hello everyone. Look at all these fabulous ladies.
Speaking of,
We
Kivasha
live
will
in-
probably turn down the invite, but can I get an invite to shoot to Kivasha so she can properly join the Maelstrom server?
Yes.
Because right now she just uses my account.
Yes.
Beautiful.
What sort of society do we live in, Croc4? Do we live in a good one? Could we go to that one?
I mean, that one unfortunately has a monthly subscription.
Oh man, and I already have Disney Plus. Is that not enough?
You see, if you go to the subscription-based society, they give you Disney Plus for free.
Oh, that would be great. Then I can watch unlimited Lilo and Stitch forever.
They did make a cartoon of that, didn't they?
They made an absolute banger of a cartoon, and I will say it's probably one of their better shows. It is good. It is very good. They had almost a Monster of the Week style of like creative. They had guys that had punching things. They had elemental monsters, and they had ones that's like, all right, this guy is just a chef who makes really good food that makes you fat. That's gonna go over well.
I remember really liking the Aladdin cartoon.
Oh, yes, that too. Whenever I think of chaos, like the terminology chaos, I think of that creature from the Aladdin series, and that opening, perfect openings.
Which, if I remember correctly, a lot of the characters from the cartoon made their way into the second and third movie.
Um, I, I don't know. I think a lot of the. Well, I mean, the second. I mean, I never really watched Jafar's Return, but the third movie, like, what characters were you thinking? Yeah, the Buzz Lightyear show is also pretty good too. I like the intro for that as well. I like a lot of cartoon intros.
I would have to go back in and watch it, but I don't think they. I think they were bit players, like background characters, when they were in the movie.
Oh yeah, yes, there was
I'm
what's
fairly
his name?
certain Abysmal, my favorite pun name, by the way,
Yes,
was in the background of the third one.
and he was the guy who got the genie's Jafar's lamp back in the second one.
Yeah, because he was brought in as a villain during the first season of Aladdin, and then he ended up finding the lamp for Jafar for the second movie, and then he was a reoccurring villain after that.
Hey, Chaos.
Eh?
I sent the link.
What's in
Not to you.
Oh, okay.
I sent it directly to Kavasha, given that I had a window where I was sent pictures of raccoons in a tree.
Fair.
I remember watching the Buzz Lightyear show, and I just remember the lines like, "Oh, you could have done all that done better without jumping and shooting." And every time I think of that, that's how I get into character of like being a posh goober. It just don't stop that jumping and shooting around.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
I blame you, Travis.
What I do?
I have extended my acting chops ever so slightly.
You added more chops to your acting. Great. What did you do?
So I've decided to voice one of my characters on another show by the name of Anaj Avandash, who is this almost 8-foot tall, 380-pound, in using Vismine terminology, Esherak. So more colloquially for the D&D folks, basically he is a wearable.
Okay. And what does he sound like? I would love a sample.
I mean, I can send you directly the file, however, it sounds a little bit different because I did tweak it ever so slightly.
Oh, of course, I
when
mean-
I sit there and I start to speak as a notch, it starts by simply going as low as I can register. And then there's a little bit of an accent on that I wasn't using, but I have learned that if I drop the pitch by 2.5 decibels, it works perfectly for Anaj.
Oh yeah. Like even there are some promos that I've done where I've either raised or lowered my voice. There's Crimson Phoenix had me do the Sun Knight, and I was like, I sound too light for this. So then I brought it down, and it was like, the Sun Knight will be here to help you, my friends.
Yeah.
Do not get in the way.
That's damn near Deckard Cain that you have right there, too.
Hello, my friends. Taka does a way better Deckard Cain than I am, but I played that game maybe twice, and then I got banned on Blizzard for no reason when I played Diablo 3, so I stopped playing that game.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's fine.
Yeah,
I
no,
play
I
Path of
don't
Exile
touch
anyways.
Blizzard stuff myself unless it's offline.
The last thing I touched of Blizzard stuff was Hearthstone, and then I just stopped playing Hearthstone. I was like, I don't need to do this.
I will give you 3 guesses on when I stopped playing Hearthstone.
Was it the incident where they talked about, like, you guys don't own mobile phones?
No.
Oh.
It
You
was when
don't
Kobolds
seem...
and Catacombs.
I
left
was
the-
about... What, you didn't like the intro?
Oh no, I love Kobolds and Catacombs. I literally joined on the announcement of Kobolds and Catacombs, played it all the way through until it was no longer part of standard.
You have a very niche category. Like, all right, this is my niche. We are sticking with this, and we're going to stay with it until it's gone.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's very.
Akayeth, you know there's a single player adventure mode for Kobolds and
Oh, I'm aware.
Catacombs, and you can still play that
Uh,
to this day.
so we can't have any balloons. Last time we had the balloons, it scared the Morlocks.
But then he has to like put on the rest of the Hearthstone stuff, and I mean, he could do battlegrounds with kobolds, but they're not very good. They have to have different people, and it's like, why would you do that? You have a rich entire group of kobolds with candles. Nice sword lady.
Yeah. Now, is the Lady Nice or is the Sword Nice?
I mean, the sword. I like swords. I look. I may seem like a brawling brute kind of guy who would probably like pick up an axe or two wielding hammers, which I have. But there's something about just having a sword. It's not whether or not you're going to use the sword. It is having the sword equipped around you, carrying the sword around with you, telling your sword everything's going to be okay, getting the sword oil out. My point being is whether or not you have a sword will dictate how your life is going to go. Anybody in the chat here want to understand that if you own a sword, whether it's for display or not display uses only, please tell me your life is not better without having a large sword. Or a small sword, I'm no judge. We bladed folks do not judge anybody for the size of their sword, but only how you cut things with it.
So, very quickly, I want you to make a guess on how many swords are owned by just the 4 people in the voice call right now.
I mean, I had to sell mine, so I'm at a 0 right now, but I used to have 5. I'd probably say 12. I'm going to go with a double-digit number, but not a crazy double-digit number. Are we counting foam swords? Because then I can bring that number up.
You know what? Sure. A buffer is still a sword.
Okay, a foam sword, I would say maybe about 24.
About 20 seconds to ads, everybody. As soon as the ad hits, feel free to go up to the shrunk window, pop it out. That way you can turn on the audio for the stream even though it's in ad mode. Pop out the miniature video, turn on the music, turn off the ad music.
Yeah.
At time.
So, out of that number, Travis, I have 7 normal swords. And I have about 8 buffers.
Girl, don't leave me in suspense. Tell me about these swords. I need to know. Like, I need to know what kind, whatever shape. Are they Damascus, or are we looking at, like, simple classics? Are we looking at katanas? Are we looking at Wakazakis? I do not know how to pronounce that name. But my point is, tell me the sword. Thank you.
Do you own this Y-hander that cuts you?
I do not. I did make a bid for it when he sold it, but I was outbid on it.
I mean, for obvious purposes, there's reasons why I don't own a sword anymore, and I guess you can guess why, but I don't want tiny hands near a sword. But I want a Zweihander, though. I'd probably mount that on my wall.
Yeah. So, most of my collection ended up in storage at some point in time. I actually have a full set, a Juto, a Wakizashi, and a Katana in stylized green leather and silk, which is all wall hangers, and it is fucking gorgeous because I got it in a state sale.
Fabulous.
That I've had since 2009. I have two training Vulcan that were actually gifted to me recently. And your winner, Artemis Belmont.
Hooray!
These 2 Vulcan were given to me by one of the tenants in the buildings I now look after because he found out that I used to train people with weapons. So he went, "Would you like these? Because otherwise I'm throwing them out." And yes, okay, but I'll never be able to use them outside of form practice, but I will take them. Personally, I would prefer to have more pole arms or pole arm adjacent weapons because that is what I prefer to use. But between everything I have, about 80% of the actual swords I have are all wall hangers, unfortunately.
That is okay. We do not judge the wall hanging swords. They are
Alright.
there for their purpose. They're for display.
Oh, look. It's the next match.
I am still on ad mode and I couldn't figure it out. Even though you gave me instructions, I couldn't figure out how to actually get it back. So I'm just going to wait for the ad to be over. So far, I'm on an ad about burgers.
Okay, so top right-hand corner, do you see the actual stream?
I do, but it's not going. It's just stopped.
If you click on it, it'll start it going again. There's a small option to pop out the window. If you're on desktop.
I am on desktop and I'm clicking on it. It's not really doing anything. So I've got 10 seconds left. It'll be fine.
We have
But
in this match the man with hands and flashy feet.
When the fuck
Yes.
did Lucius get a sledgehammer?
He pulled it out of his ass. Croc, if you can respond to that, to Callie for me, that would be great. I'm good for whatever.
This match started like 30 seconds ago. When the fuck did Lucius pull out a sledgehammer?
He pulled it out of his ass. Ooh. That was crunchy. And we have... Yes, yes. The sledgehammer came from Hammer Space.
Yes, the sledgehammer from Hammer Space, where it is always hammer time in the Hammer Space of
There
the
was a
sledgehammer.
webcomic years ago that I used to read where this guy would pull hammers out of his hair because his hair was an interdimensional pocket. And your winner, Iki. So fun! And I think that comic is roughly around the time I saw the term Hammer Space starting to float around.
I have returned. What happened to Lucius? Did he lose to the protagonist?
The man of hands won against the flashy feet.
Look. Lucius is not meant to be fought. Lucius is meant to be fought for.
So, Travis, how do you feel about this?
I'm fine with it. It's gonna happen anyways.
This is thin.
I mean, nobody asked for it. I'm gonna do it anyways.
I mean fair. As long as we're having fun about it.
Look, I've already come to this accepting fact that Ka is one of the worst in this show, but he does one thing so good, and that's his job. He's the world's coolest jobber, guys. Look at his cool glasses. I own those glasses in real life.
People are kind of pissed that Ka just interposed himself into a one-on-one title match.
Of course
Yeah,
I
fair.
did. Ka has a very specific job to do, and he needs to get it done. But
Wait.
Bogart doesn't know that.
Does this mean that this is a bounty match for Yig and Franzi?
I guess so. You could split. I was gonna say you could split Ka in half, but I was gonna say just like
I mean, I still have that bundle of feathers from Sanctuary.
wait, hold on a second. I love how he beat Thorn's brother and husband, then faced Thorn. Did this happen? Is this canon?
I have no idea. You're
Alpha,
gonna have
if
to
this
go
is if this is canon, then you need to let me know, because then I'll run with it.
Wait, somebody go to the YouTube and tell us that this happened.
Let's go. I gotta go back to the VOD.
I mean, you can go back and check the.
Certainly will. Oh yeah, they like the winners and losers and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Damn it, Bob.
God, this is I have to say, Bob, you gave me a very informal piece of information today that I'm like, I'm putting on my big thinker's hat, and I'm trying to figure something out here after my questioning I did for the in Terraceville, and I'm like, there's something not right here.
It was the fact that they were
Well,
standing guarding a part of a wall that didn't have a door, huh?
Well, there's that, and also like a very specific wording has made me have to. I have to do the science thing and like test and see if something is the same, and if whether or not it happens, that's what I'm gonna figure out. Oh, you two make a great like team combination here. Toxic. Wow. Oh, okay. Well, Alpha, I'm just gonna let you know you have the right to kick the shit out of Thorn, or you have the right to kick the shit out of yourself. Kick the shit out of Caw. It's okay.
That's somebody else that's gonna be kicking the shit out of Thorn tonight.
This is gonna end very horribly for myself. No, I'm. Go ahead.
Yig has a terrible track record with tag team based matches because he's not built for tag.
I'm not built to fight two people at once, but here I am. If I somehow win this, then I'm gonna make a promo going for a title shot for this. I won. It'd be wait. My boy won this contendership, and he needs to go for the belt straight away. Let no person get in his way. I don't believe the entrant has been announced yet. Come on, Caw. Get up there. Flap your bird wings. Oh, yeah. Come on. She hit him with the beak blast. Hey, Chocolate Zombie, thanks for the tier 1 sub there, buddy. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Anonymous, for gifting Chocolate Zombie a tier 1 gift sub.
Oh. See, this is why I'm not good at this stuff. I gotta learn, because I thought I thought Chocolate Zombie was just having a sub.
Oh, no, it is literally just practice, man.
I mean, he is the one getting the sub. It's just that somebody that chose to remain anonymous is the one that was giving the sub.
Do you imagine it's just like a bunch of like a collection of horde of anonymous gifters around the worldwide of Twitch that just like, all right, this person needs a sub. Send it off to them.
I know for a fact that there is somebody in our community that when they want to be kind but they don't want people to know, they just anonymous themselves.
Yeah.
Oh, they heard us. An anonymous sifter giving 3 tier 1 subs to Maurice, Koi-Fish, and Calypso Belleros. I said that wrong, but thank you very much. Those are very nice of you.
Indeed.
Oh, don't get kicked. Oh, in the knee.
Indeed, Anonymous. Thank you so much.
So I feel that like this eventually is gonna have to blow up in some sort of way. Besides just getting my butt kicked, I'm gonna have to do something here. As Caw and Bogart, I'm gonna have to figure something out here. Don't bite his fingers. There's nothing there but chicken bones.
I mean, you're talking to the scavenger of the Maelstrom right now, so chicken bones works.
Look, I may be your most favorite delicious treat, and I'm an absolute snack, but that does not mean you need to eat your opponent's mid-match. Mid-combat in D&D? Sure. Have at her. I'm a dish. But not mid-wrestling.
I mean, Yig skipped his pre-match snack today, apparently.
Yeah, I'm his protein gain.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. We're watching Kaw fight 2v1, and he's doing okay.
Very tasteful positioning of that leg there, Caw.
Yep, absolutely.
Very needed when Frenzy's in the ring.
I am a classy man. Look, if we had Bogart in here, he wouldn't be able to fight as a contender. He is frail as like nobody else. He is just old skin and bones, and you could wave your arm at him, and he'd probably break a leg.
Bruh, if
The
we
man
switch to
is comfortable
25,
with it.
Bogart needs to be a manager.
Yeah.
You know what? I would work with that. I could do that. If we could get make a bugbear manager, I'd do that.
And I feel like I have to say this, but people are weapons.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of weapon is Kaw then?
A broken
No,
one.
it's Yig.
Oh, well, that's just like a lizard missile. Also, stop trying to submit me. That's not nice.
I mean, he's a submission specialist. He doesn't do much else. Outside of biting fingers.
Oh, right. I completely forgot you got a share screen, so I was looking at it the wrong way. Yes, submit him, Kaw.
My God, it's the Janissary sling!
I don't know what that is, but it sounds good. Oh, stop it, Frank.
It's Osmond.
It is
It's one
the
of
max
Osmond
damage
Killick's
for
move. Just like how every move that Max has is the max damage, every move that Osmond Killick has is the Janissary sling.
You can no that doesn't count anymore. Max's famous moves is the hospital bed.
Not anymore.
Or apparently not anymore. It's the nudist run.
Yeah, apparently, according to everybody, he's running through the streets bare ass naked.
Max has more than one suit, guys.
However, one thing that he doesn't have is his fucking mask.
I know. Who would do such a thing? Who would steal his mask? Ah, the spotlight's on us. Get him, Kaw. Kick him. Bully him. Chat, I have to ask you guys.
Nope.
If Kaw wins this, does he deserve it? That's the question I need to ask you all. Does he deserve it?
What I want to know is, you were talking about potentially having a desire to make a promo for Kaw on Flashbang. What I want to know is, what would you have said as
If
Kaw
I
on
was-
Flashbang?
Specifically as Kaw?
You said Kaw.
I mean, foregoing that he wasn't actually alive, I'd either do like promo of like being the manager to Kaw as Bogart, or I would be, if it was specifically Kaw speaking, I've never seen a priest man who was honest. I've never seen a champion like you who was fair. And if I'm going to invade, you are going to feel every bone breaking as the wings of Kaw have come to claim what's mine. Balance may be my home, but you will find yourself all disarrayed under my bullets. Just nonsense stuff that sounds scary but isn't.
Willie, with 69 months at Tier 1, they've been subscribed for 70 months.
Chocolate. I've seen him right
Nice.
running through our camping site. He was butt naked screaming and hooting a banana. Oh, holding a banana. Oh.
Hooting and hollering.
I thought he was hooting and banana. No, he's holding a banana. That is not. No. Stop biting me.
Oh, God. Now I'm just imagining Max naked in a tree with a banana just hooting and hollering.
Who has read the TF2 comics?
I have.
The soldier that's just butt naked and covered in honey. That's literally what
Just
I think.
fighting robots in covered in honey. and fight. Oh, you have a
Enjoy.
team named the Hunters.
It looks like the hair's outside of the ring. Oh no, there it is.
I found the hair.
That man, the hair was really high today.
Look, for a bird with bird bones and no real personality behind it, he held his own against these two. These two are no schlops themselves. They're very good fighters. I did okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Koss, what you do now is you get up from under the ground and do a run-in on yourself.
How do you do a run-in on yourself?
With a lot of practice and some lot of speed.
I mean, he's dead. He's already in two places at once.
Oh, hello there, Kobold Slayer.
Don't stew on what's going on right now.
Well, I can take us off of the Be Right Back screen.
I am so sorry. I thought I wasn't watching the stream. Was it? I'm an idiot.
You're fine, dude.
Oh shit. I'm so sorry. Well, I'm I'm so sorry. Well, you're getting the shit kicked out of you, but hey, you're here. Look, it's a dragon. You could fight that.
I have something left for sure.
Wiley, I'm sorry. Don't shake your head at me. I'm not good at this. Well, at least if I do streaming, at least it'll be somewhat entertaining as the world's shittiest spoiler person. Is Howler supposed to be like a dragon manifested into a brass guy? What kind of a dragon is he?
That's the question, isn't it?
Well, I mean, look, I'm trying to set up a hype for Kobold Slayer to fight a dragon. And if this is how we're getting there, then there we go. He's a man of gold. You know what? He's a man who's going to win gold. That's what we have. Well, that's what's important here. Don't tell him it's not a dragon. You're right. Vegeta, you're very right. I appreciated that you were willing to roleplay with Bogart on that. And I'm just like, who the hell is this creature? You want to fight a dragon? Shit, I can't do magic. All right then. Good luck. Oh no, he's beating him with a stick. Well, yeah,
At
that's why
least
he's the Howler.
At least he's not stabbing them with a sword.
Well, I mean, you could, but why would you?
There's rules.
Just stabbing, like in fighting a dragon? I don't know. There's a lot of rules in fighting a dragon. Just don't die.
No, I mean in terms of the ring.
I mean, technically, this is considered a backstage brawl. Notice how there's no ref.
Oh, right, because there's... Okay, fair enough. So is Howler's build just natural? Like, do you think I could get like is that Natty Goals, folks? Like 1 year's time from now, I can be built like Howler, brass plates and all.
I mean, it'll take a bit of an investment, but I could see you doing it.
Well, it's brass, not gold.
That's why I said a bit of an investment, not a large investment.
I go over to the local music band. I need all of your trombones and trumpets. Do not ask questions. I also need a smith.
Hang on a second. How much does a trombone cost? Actually, let's go with...
I mean, you could if you're using it for smithing, go get a used one. They're like $100 Canadian.
Apparently, a brand new tuba costs almost $5,000.
Why would you get a brand new tuba? And first off, tubas are already just a help. You don't even need to smith it. You just put eye holes in it. Or better yet, put it on your head like those images of the guys wearing brass instruments as like armor.
Yeah. I mean, that's immediately why you'd get the
Brock, is
Trumbo.
he brass or is that just the lighting? I thought he was a brass dragon. Besides, brass dragons are better than gold dragons. Fight me on that.
So from what I've gathered, Howler is made out of an arcane animated liquid gold, which means he's probably a
Oh.
Warforged. I could be wrong. I
Oh.
haven't looked at his character sheet because that is spoilers.
He's a liquid gold, huh?
Yeah.
He should not be fighting the solid snake. That would be terrible for his chemistry compounds.
Hmm.
Get him, Slayer. Get him, Slayer. Give him the Slayer kick. I don't... Vegeta, what is your character's, like, attacks? You gotta come up with something cool, right?
Well, we do have a list where everybody puts their moves and move names.
I will look at that list. I will see what it is.
We just don't tend to use them because we're very non-serious unless somebody calls it out. And we have blood!
The atmosphere we try to make here in the Maelstrom is a bunch of yahoos sitting at a D&D table talking.
That sounds very, very accurate here.
I mean, it's basically the pre-game for any of my D&D campaigns.
That's fine, Vegeta.
See?
I don't... You know what? I haven't even decided what I would want to stream, but I kind of feel like Monster Hunter, like the upcoming Monster Hunter game would be fun, because I like Monster Hunter. It's one of my favorite franchises next to Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
I have come to realize that my fascination is just, I like collecting, capturing, or killing creatures in games, not in real life. And I like making fancy armors. Oh no. Oh God.
And your winner, Howler.
Well, the Howler beat the Slayer, but the Slayer's not down yet. Welcome to the Maelstrom there, buddy. GG's all around. You can join me later in the green room for like a cookie for the losers, because we're like losers, but we're good losers. That's a good close-up. Hello there.
Speaking of cookies, I should make supper at some point in time so I can have my fucking McCain icebox cake.
I have, Oh, Alpha, who you fight? You're fighting your brother. Oh no.
He's off to fight his mother.
Oh God.
This is getting out of hand. Now there's two of them.
It's not just going to be any
Yeah.
fight.
Wait, hold on a second. These are the aspects of this. One of them's the aspect of
That's the
How many
belt.
championships? I know, but how many championships has he won so far as his first title defense?
I believe so. 'Cause
Well, I
believe
hope
last
he,
time
I
just
hope,
won.
I hope he holds it well. For me.
Look, it's Deadpool versus Dead Guy.
It's Deadpool versus Redpool, but blue.
Yeah, I know that track.
Okay, well, good job winning your first one. He has flies on the back. He is a fly.
That bugs me.
Oh man, I just feel like such an insignificant insect compared to these guys. Does it count because I interfered, Bob?
It counts as a victory, as a
No.
retaining.
I can't believe I was helping him. Shame on me. Wait, Vegeta, whose matches have tripled? Are we running side bets here?
Stu. Stu is Cobalt Slayer's real name.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations, Stu.
Basically, with that match, Stu's money is tripled.
Oh,
mean,
I get it now.
gold, so.
You want some money? Because, like,
Oh,
I'm going to be
here you
honest
go.
with you, I have a job and I haven't actually been collecting the money weekly. I kind of forgot about it.
Wait, you only had 5 gold, Vegeta.
Yeah?
10 due to background. 10 for appearing. Or tripled. Yeah, 5 gold. 5 gold and 10 for appearing.
Yeah.
You,
So 15 gold now.
like, you. Oh, I thought
Oh,
you
wait.
meant like he. No, that'd be 25.
Vegeta, it's Sunday. Don't forget you got paid
Yeah.
for doing militia work.
Hey, he quadrupled his gold.
Yeah. Right, Solomon never had a steady job, so he never got paid.
Bob, did I ever actually ask the Wyvern Brigade how much we get paid weekly?
You get paid
Or is it just the standard?
normal rate.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go back and figure out how long ago I had the Wyvern Brigade like assigned to, because I don't think I ever collected any of that.
Well,
I have to go look at that.
it's very easy. All you gotta do is just go back and go back into the thread and go back to when you first talked to Mr. Horny.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna have to count the weeks and just go with that, and just like, all right, that's fine. I make gold in other ways. I gamble.
What was
Yeah,
Solomon's profession?
Babysitting Rumpy when he was alive.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong. That's the kind of guy who flipped off a giraffe dragon and then tried to pick a fight with it and got rodent like idiot on his forehead.
Vegeta, even if you didn't have a job, Tavish would have paid you to keep the women folks safe.
Yeah.
These two bug boys are really going at it there. So just to clarify, red is Thorn and blue is Anti-Thorn?
I thought
Or
blue
brother.
was Thorn and red was Aaron.
Yeah, red is
Oh.
Aaron, blue is Thorn.
And Thorn's the champ.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, go red guy.
Fair enough, Vegeta.
Right back.
Bonk on the head.
They're like Sahagin, basically.
What are they, Sahagin?
Something like that. Real talk, Thorn has changed species more often than I change my socks.
Yep. He is our changer of this entire Maelstrom.
Have I ever told you the story of Gundmir the Dwarf?
No.
So, Gundmir was played by a gentleman by the name of Kevin during Beta 2 for this 9. Gundmir was a hell of a creature. So he comes into the realm of Wrathwall as a dwarf. Immediately dies. And because he died within the radius of a certain city, they were able to pay to have him resuscitated. But you never come back the same way twice. He rolled, and he got the perk for taking his armor. So he became Beetledorf. Now, that was the first change. Beetledorf then came across a potion seller by the name of Ingbo. Ingbo gave him a potion. Shine the potion lasts a long time. Didn't know what it did, so he held on to it. And then, while he was in a canteen, he decided to drink the potion, unprompted, which sent him into a berserker's rage and turned his beard cotton candy blue. Now, from there, he went into a dungeon. And in the dungeon, he came across a lovely white pedestal with a bundle of sticks wrapped in white ribbon, with a bright light shining down on the pedestal and the sticks. You see that in a dungeon, what's the first thing you decide to do with it?
probably touch it.
Congratulations, that's the exact same thing Gungnir did.
Although
And he
was in
triggered
character.
one of the few instances of the Finger of God trap that I have ever run. Because literally everything in the room said, do not touch this pedestal. Now, this killed Gungnir. So they had to bring him back to the city to get him revived. And being revived, after drinking Ingbo's potion, gave his blue cotton candy beard bubblegum pink stripes. Now, the next adventure the group went on after they cleared the dungeon was they went to the city of Anvil, which is an alchemical waste city, which means they dump alchemical reagents into the sewers. They chased a cultist of the Lord God of Madness into the sewers. And as opposed to waiting the one round, and your winner, Aaron Dante.
Yeah.
And as opposed to waiting the one round for the flow of liquid to stop flowing and obstructing their path to get to the cultist who was trying to run away, he decided to run through the stream of alchemical waste, which almost killed him. But it also gave his cotton candy blue beard with bubblegum pink stripes mint green polka dots. Which then there was a conflict of magic, which meant I had to roll on the table and never tell him what happened to his beard. Throughout the remainder of the 3 campaigns Gundamir went through, the player only learned in the last leg of the last campaign that Gundamir's beard had become indestructible. Beetledorf still has a NPC in Vismine campaigns where if you say Beetledorf 3 times while you're on the Realm of Wrathwall, he will appear in front of you by burrowing out through the earth.
Vegeta, to answer your question, I typically don't wear socks. The only time that I put socks on is when it is obscenely fucking cold.
Oh, we were running the theory that you just had like the same brand of socks and just like you go to bed and the socks just change themselves. But we'll accept your theory. We'll accept yours as canon.
For everyone who wants to be involved in booking this right week for the Maelstrom, it is the free-for-all for death, which means anyone can book against Aaron Dantes, including Chaos if they really want to.
I would like to book against Aaron Dante's cough for the belt.
I would highly recommend that you put in your suggestion into the balanced room.
You know what I'm about to do right now.
Wait for me to update it first, please.
That being said, moving on to the second round of the Grave Walker tournament is Yigya Keki, Miska, Icky, Howler from Group 1, and Zator, Moral, Croquet, and Aura from Group 2. We will be having more of these matches next week. Who knows who will be facing who? But
To be sure, Bob, can I have the list of people in the second block again? Zator, Moral, who and who?
Croquet and Aura. Yig, Miska, Icky, Howler. Zator, Moral, Croquet, Aura.
Thank you.
You were saying, Bob? We didn't want to interrupt.
And that being said, I think it's about time that I check and see who's streaming. Holy fuck, that's a lot of people streaming.
There's so many people. Well, thank you guys for having me in today, because I just wanted to see what it's like to be like streaming versus being like an accompanying goober. I will give it a try. I will try and go with what people like to watch, and I will try my best to have fun because, God, I've always wanted to try it, and I will. But thank you for having me on today.
You know what I'd love to see from you, Travis?
What's that?
Monster Hunter, but you're in character. You talk to you
which,
talk to the chat,
which character?
the character that you make. You talk to the chat in character for a little bit, and then you go hunting. And while you're hunting, you're talking, and then you come out of the hunt, make it a whole thing.
Oh, you know what? Not a bad idea. I started doing voice impersonations of the Thing from the Marvel Rival stuff, and I got people convinced that I was the voice actor for the Thing. I wasn't, but I was like, this is pretty good. Yeah, but no, this has been fun today, and thank you all for putting up with my shenanigans. Again, Vegeta, I'm sorry about the spoiler. That was my bad. GG's all around. Goodbye.
That being said, everybody, I want to take a moment. I want to thank you for popping in, hanging out, having fun.
You're welcome, Bob.
Yeah. Y'all have yourselves a good one. I appreciate y'all stopping by, and I apologize for the amount of time that I haven't been streaming as of late. Unfortunately, due to a number of circumstances, I have to cut back on the streaming a bit. But that just means I can focus on other things. But y'all have yourselves a good one, and send our regards. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.